So have you guys ever wondered, as an architect, how to set level 1 to 100 feet like I have here? Because every time you start a project, level 1 is at 0 feet 0 inches. So how in the world do you move your levels up? Do you move the levels up? Do you move something else down? How do you set level 1 to 100 feet? We're going to get into that today in today's tutorial. Listen in. Alrighty, so the best way I thought I could show you guys this was to open a new project. So I've done that. We're in a blank screen new project, brand new project. To do that, you're gonna go to File, New, Project, right? And then select Autodesk Default Project is fine. It'll take you right into level 1 automatically, okay? We have our elevations here so we know we're in a floor plan, and let's get started. Go ahead and follow along in your own project if you have one open. Just make sure, I'd suggest doing this in a working view because you're going to be turning off visibility graphics and off view templates and such, and cutting some large sections. So a working view is best. So first off, let's actually turn on visibility graphics. So go to VG, and then we're going to type site here. So select anywhere and type site, and then select this drop down. Internal origin, project base point, survey point. Those are the three that we got to focus on today. Really, the main one we want to focus on is the project base point, but I'm going to turn on all three so that I can show you where they're located on a brand new project. A lot of people don't know about these different tools when it comes to setting up a project because they've already started working a project that's already set up by somebody else. So it's just important to know how a project works and how it functions. So select those three and select OK. So these three are all located in the exact same point, 0, 0, 0, which is the project origin point, which is what this green and red arrow are. You can't select the project origin, the origin point. You can't select those, but you can select the project base point, which is this circle with the crosshairs through it. So that's the project base point. As you can see, the elevation is set to 0 feet 0 inches currently. If you tab over, you can select onto each of these. So if you tab onto the survey point, which is that triangle kind of behind in blue, and you can't really zoom further into these, they kind of stay in the distance, which is totally fine. So there's the survey point. That's kind of the real world location of the project. We're not going to get into that today. I'll cover that more in another video, how to set that, why that's important, and so forth. But the project base point is the one we want today, this circle with the crosshairs. So to see these more clearly and to see their position in the Y plane, we're going to cut a section. So go ahead and use the section tool, which is view section, right? So view section. We're going to cut a very large section through all this. I'd suggest going pretty big, especially if you don't know exactly where these points are yet on your screen. So let's do a big section, and then we can drag this cut plane out to just make sure these are included in the cut plane, which they are currently. Another easier way to do it is just set the far clipping to no clip, which is great too. A great way to do it. Sorry about that. Had something pop up on my screen here. So no clip, okay, and there we go. As you can tell, there's no longer a line there. That just means this section keeps going. It extends unended. So let's go into the section now. So right click, go to view, and then let's uncrop this section, which is this selection here. So now it's uncropped. You can see everything in the view. Not cropping anything, which is great. We'll ignore this crop region visible for now. We're going to go to VG again now, and again type site, following along here, and do the same exact thing we just did. Turn these 3 points on and select OK. As you can tell, in the Y plane, they're also located in the exact same position at 0, 0, 0, which is great. But what our goal is for this video is to set level 1 at 100 feet, which is kind of a standard in architecture. It's not necessary always, but especially for bigger projects, 100 feet is often the standard, so that you don't have to go below 0 into the negative, which is why we do that for levels below ground and so forth. So level 2 is set to 10 feet above that, which is great. Notice it's set to 10 feet. Let's see if it stays that way. It should. So let's select the project base point again. You can tap onto that. And all we're going to do, what this whole video is all about, is selecting this project base point in a section view make sure you're in a section view, not in a floor plan, and make sure not to move. You don't need to move your levels. That's the nice thing. You can move your levels up if you'd like 100 feet. However, that's going to mess up all your views, and it's going to mess up the origin point will no longer be right at level 1, which is no good, and it's also going to mess up all your all your different views that are already set up. So don't move the levels. It's not necessary. We're going to move the project base point instead, which all we're going to do is select the project base point and select the move tool. So select the move tool up above or use your shortcut, and then we're going to click once on level 1 or anywhere on screen, honestly. The big thing is just making sure that you move straight downward, okay? Don't go to the right, to the left. You can hold shift to make sure you move straight downward if you'd like. And then we're just gonna not click again. So we clicked once on level 1 and then just drag down a little bit. And then we're gonna just type 100 feet and hit enter and watch what happens. The project base point is no longer here. The survey point's still here. Origin point's still here, which you can't click on, right? It's those arrows. But there's the project base point now, separate from the others. And when we select it like we just did, it shows the elevation at negative 100 feet, which is what we want. All right, so to test that, if you'd like, you can use your dimension tool, select on level 1, and then select on the middle of the project base point, and then select off screen. And you'll see that this is set right at 100 feet, which is exactly what we wanted. If you want, you can save this view template to something like survey point and project base point, which I suggest doing so that you have this working view. So type working, so you know it's a working view, right? And then you can come back to this working view later if you ever need to move the project base point again, or you need to move the survey point. We'll keep a view template off of this view. So this is a working view to mess with your project base point and your survey point, excuse me. All right, so if you need to watch a video on survey points, I'm gonna do one shortly so that you can watch that and understand how to lay out a project and when it comes to survey points. So that's important as well. All right, so we now have level 1 set at 100 just by moving that down 100 feet. It has moved level 1 to 100 and level 2 to 110. It's still 10 feet above level 1, right? This has worked out great. It's as easy as that. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and submit them down below. Yeah, and I'll get to them when I can, okay? The last thing I wanted to mention was you can lock your stuff. So you can select the project base point and pin it, which is always a good thing to do. Same thing with the survey point. Go ahead and select it and pin it. Sometimes they're pinned automatically, or Revit does that, but if they're not pinned, or if you move them, and then you're not going to have to move these often, so go ahead and pin them. It's not a big deal, and it keeps it safe from moving again accidentally, maybe if you select all. And I also just suggest in other views, if the project, like level 1 view, I would turn the stuff back off. You don't need to have it on unless you're modifying them. So turn these 3 back off when you're not using it, but we're going to keep them on in this view because we're going to maybe use this view down the road to adjust them later. Okay, I think that's it. We can delete this section. Yep. Oh, sorry. No. Oh, we didn't want to do that. But I think it actually saved. We do want to keep that section. It saved it. Great. So we actually do want to keep that section for later. Like I said, don't delete it. You can if you want. It's not a huge deal. It won't change. It won't move these back. It's just helpful to have it for later, right? All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.